Instruments, paint guns or spot markers. Not allowed in the public building. All right. All right. Here. I have a couple questions. First off, do you have a Freedom of Information Act request form or some kind of form that I can request information from this office? Can I have a copy of that? Excellent. And the next one would be the same thing, employee complaint. Do you have an employee complaint form?
A complaint against one of our employees?
Yes.
They're online,
okay.
But I also have them here if you would like.
Oh, that would be awesome if I could get a copy of that. And my next question is where's the district attorney's office?
It's across the way. Let me get you the address.
My map put me out in the middle of a parking lot way over here.
So it's 600 Administration, which is across the street.
So the jail is here?
212J.
The jail is here?
Correct.
And so it's over on, on that side? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll walk over there. I'm sure there's signs.
Okay, so here's the complaint form.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
Let me go find you the other form that you're looking for.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay, let me see if I can...
Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that. Just like... Why can't any other sheriff's department do this?
Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to transfer you.
Complaint form. Look at that. I am surprised. Ooh, it's warm. Wondering if you had a water fountain too.
I'm sorry?
I was wondering if you had a water fountain.
I do, right around the corner.
Did I miss it? Oh, thank you. Oh, right here. I see. Thank you. Oh, it's getting warm out there today. It's getting really warm out there today.
It is. Okay, so are you looking for a copy of a report, or what are you looking for?
I'm doing this throughout the state. You're not the first county I've come to do this to.
Okay.
Are you familiar with CEQA, the California Environmental Quality Act?
No.
Okay, well, I am. I'm very well versed in the California Environmental Quality Act, and it's always tied to permitting and planning. And a lot of people complain about how there's lack of enforcement in permitting and planning throughout the counties. And so I'm going to each county and I'm trying to figure out which agency enforces CEQA law. And I would think it would be the district attorney or the county permitting and planning.
We have a permitting.
But you see, permitting and planning can only go so far. And the information I'm looking for is those cases that have been brought beyond just permitting and planning and have actually gone to criminal. And how many cases have been tried under CEQA law in this county?
Yeah, so that definitely would be DA.
Yeah, so, okay. And that's over there?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Machine on and... There you go. This is a tripod. Why?
It's a tripod. You can use it as a weapon upstairs if someone takes it from you.
Okay, so you'll keep that down here?
You leave with us for 3 days. You got an option to take it back to your car.
Okay.
Take the jail lobby, put it in a locker for 50 cents. If you leave with us, we throw it away.
For what?
If you leave with us, we throw it away.
You throw it away? Really? Really? Locker 50 cents across the street.
Yeah, that's better. If you keep the locker, it's better.
Yes, but
This way.
No problem. I'll be right back. Just the tripod though, right? All right. I'm not the only one.
yeah.
Would they let you in with your tripod?
They're not letting me in with camera yet.
Really? How you doing? Back again.
So, your papers haven't been reviewed yet.
My paper?
Yeah, the papers for the community haven't been reviewed.
Yeah, that's, I don't need that. I don't need that.
Yeah, you do. Do they know about your media stuff, or you do?
No, I'm not media. I'm not media.
You are.
I am an American citizen. There you go. You can look at that. You can read that. That's the law. That's the law.
Yeah, stand on for a second.
That's the law. So I have questions of my public employees, and I'm going to ask them. So there's all my stuff. There's all my stuff.
You have a deputy come talk to the media guys or something?
Not media. There's my wallet. There's my keys. In fact, I'm going to keep that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't bring all the stuff in.
It's just a camera.
You do it by yourself. You can't even bring all your stuff
So
in.
no. What this says is anywhere I have the right to be, I have the right to photograph. SB 411, the Right to Record Act, signed by Governor Jerry Brown, August 11th, 2015.
You have to get the judge's permission.
I don't need the judge's permission to go talk to the DA. I'm just going to talk to the DA. If the DA's office is behind this, that's not my issue. Now, I need to get through here to talk to the DA because that's my constitutional right to petition my employees.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
You are name and badge number?
Yes.
Name and badge number R. Dillon. Badge number? Badge number?
Yes, I know it.
Okay, what is it?
2307.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Superior too, or?
I'm here to just talk to the DA.
Okay.
And
Do you
I have
an appointment?
questions. I don't need an appointment. I just am seeking Freedom of Information Act request form and employee complaint form.
Okay.
And for me.
I know who you're complaining on.
That doesn't matter.
Well,
that's
it does
not,
because
it's not your business.
Hang on.
It's not your business.
Hear me out.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you.
Okay.
So it's going to require an exchange of information, right?
But it doesn't. It doesn't require, because I am here to document what public officials do on public property.
Okay.
I am here to make a record of that.
Okay, I get it.
And so these gentlemen are trying to tell me I can't.
Okay.
And can I have that piece of paper back? Because I'm going to show this gentleman.
Hang on.
This gentleman. Here's the law.
I
If you
understand.
question the law.
So what I'm asking is,
Okay.
who do you want to make a complaint on? Because it depends on.
I need to go to the
Who I
DA.
send you to.
I need to talk to the district attorney.
Okay, so
Because the district attorney has the answers to my questions, because I need to file a Freedom of Information Act request form.
Okay,
Okay,
I
so
get
that's the most important thing.
Okay.
And the employee complaint form is if you guys try to stop me from doing this. I'm going to file a complaint against this gentleman right here. So
No.
that's who it is against, because he is preventing me from exercising my constitutional right. No. So that's why I need the complaint form.
Okay.
Because this person up here is trying to prevent me from doing my stuff.
not
This
doing
person here is preventing me from exercising my right.
hang on.
And now you're here trying to tell me that I can't come in with cameras.
Now, did I say that to you?
Well,
Did I say that
that's
to
what
you?
he called you and
Hang
said.
on, hang on. If we're going to play this game,
All right.
did he say that to you?
He said I can't come in with the cameras.
Okay, and he called me.
Okay.
Did I say you can't come in with the camera?
No.
Okay, so why are you accusing me of
No,
that?
I'm sorry. I'll take that back.
Okay, do you want my help?
Sure.
Okay.
Well. Let me. What is
I can leave,
what is the
and
help
you
you're
can-
offering?
and-
What is the help you're offering?
I don't want to play games with you.
Well,
Okay.
I'll gladly take your help if the help you're offering is the help that I want.
Right.
Right. I mean, come on.
Okay, so think about this.
Okay.
If you're going to make a complaint,
I'm not making
Just
complaint
listen,
yet.
hear me out.
I'm here to make a records request. I'm requesting, if you want to know the actual information, I'm requesting from the district attorney.
I don't care about that.
Okay,
I'm
so then-
trying to help you with the complaint. And
Okay.
then we'll move on to that in a second.
So the complaint is that I'm not being allowed to access the district attorney's office.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Do you want to complain about somebody at the district attorney's office?
I want to complain about this gentleman right here. This gentleman right here is preventing me from accessing the district attorney's office. He is infringing on my constitutional rights. You, as an officer of the law, are sworn to uphold the Constitution and protect my rights.
Okay.
And so this man is infringing upon my rights, and the only recourse I have is to file an employee complaint.
Okay.
So now my employee complaint is against him.
Okay.
So-
So what I hear from you is that you have some complaints that you want to get out.
No, I
I'm
don't.
here
I
to
have
listen if
I
that's
have a
what you wanna
records
do.
request. I have to request records is what I'm requesting.
And
It's
I've-
not about the complaint.
I've tried 4 or 5 times now to answer your question. Hang on a second. Okay. To answer your question, and you've interrupted me every
Okay.
time. So unless you want help, I can't do anything for you, and I'm going to go back to my lunch.
Okay, so are they going to let me through?
Probably not.
Why?
Well, he said no, and I'm trying to help you, and you're not accepting my help. So
Well,
we're stuck.
that's why I asked, what kind of help are you offering? Are you going to let me come through and access my government? Are you going to access?
This isn't my job.
You're going to let? Are you going to stand up for my constitutional right to petition the government, or are you going to let this
You can
man
do-
infringe on my rights?
You can do that.
Okay, so here, pass this stuff to you.
No. I said you can do that. I'm not standing up for anybody.
Do you need to read this again? Do you need to read this again? Because it says, anywhere the public has a right to be, the public has a right to record. So if I have the right to go to the district attorney's office and make a petition, I have the right to record that interaction. So why
You can do that.
are you guys preventing me from doing
It's
this?
no longer a public area.
It is a public area.
Okay.
Who pays for this?
You tell me.
The taxpayers.
Okay.
That's public.
Okay.
You're a tax-paid employee.
Okay.
And Governor Jerry Brown signed the Right to Record Act that
Okay.
gave us permission, the public,
Okay.
the right to record public officials in the commission of their duties.
Okay.
And that is what I am doing. I'm here to record my interaction of requesting information from the district attorney's office.
Okay.
And you are preventing me from doing that. So there's a First Amendment right to petition the government.
Okay.
There's a First Amendment right to record the government in the commission of their duties. Do you need more
Do you wanna
court
see the
cases?
printed- Do you want to see the printed law that says that you can't do it up there in the courtroom?
It's probably going, I'm not in the courtroom.
Okay.
I'm not going to the courtroom.
Okay.
I'm going to the
So-
district attorney's office. I've already said I'm going to the district.
Okay.
And that is the question, because you're going to bring up Court Rule 150 that says that there's no recording in the courtroom.
Okay.
So then my question to you is, which do you uphold? Do you uphold the law, SB 411 signed by the governor, or do you uphold some rule of court? Which takes precedent for you, the law or some judge's order?
I'm not going to get into that with you.
Right,
What I
of course.
wanna know-
Of course you're not.
What I want to know from you is how I can help you today.
You can
Because-
escort me up to the district attorney's office with my camera so I can ask my questions.
Okay.
Is
So, you know, this is
If
not
everybody
available,
feels,
right?
all I need is a secretary. I'm asking for a form.
Okay. So go ahead and send your stuff through.
Send my stuff, please.
Escort you up there. Now, hang on a second. Okay.
I'd rather you didn't touch my stuff.
Separate yourself then?
I can separate myself.
It's gotta help you get that.
I can understand that, but I can separate it. I can put the bin down, and you can send it through.
So tell me,
It's-
what do you hope to achieve?
To get 2 forms. In which I turn it into, because I am coming through. You said you didn't want to know, but I'm willing to tell you.
Sure.
So,
because I'm curious now, because I think you just want to.
Are you familiar with civil law? California environmental law. Okay.
Go back.
All right. Want to wave on?
Go back. Everything in your pockets.
That's it. So, my question is, CEQA law, the California Environmental Quality Act. Are you familiar with it?
Go ahead.
So, I am very familiar with CEQA law. I worked for the Department of Fish and Game for many years, looking at CEQA law, EIRs, EIS, timber harvest review, things like that. So, here in the state of California, there are agencies that enforce CEQA law, right?
Okay.
Sonoma County Sheriff, one of them?
I'm not familiar with it. It's not something that I would take care of in my duties.
Right, right. So that's my thing, is I'm going around to all 57 counties of the state and asking the district attorneys how many CEQA cases they have prosecuted, how many CEQA cases they have done. CEQA cases have actually been moved through the state, because CEQA's been law since 1970.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to figure out, you know, how well this law is being enforced.
Okay.
Because obviously it's not.
Okay.
And so I'm going around and making a records request from the various agencies who are responsible for enforcing CEQA law.
Okay.
And so that's going to be my records request, is to request how many cases they have prosecuted.
Okay. And that's it?
That's it.
All right, let's go. Let's
I mean, it's right. It's not, I don't see what the big deal is.
Well,
I should be able to record it.
hang on.
I should be able to record it.
Yeah, right. I'm recording you, you record me. I don't
Exactly. Yeah, I don't either. You want a copy of this? This is the law.
Can I help you here?
Sure.
I'm gonna just me and you talking, right?
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna help you with this.
Walk and talk?
Go for it. If you really want to succeed in this, don't be confrontational. Because you are.
No.
You don't perceive that you are.
Well,
Let me explain something to you. You come across that way.
Okay, that is because this is not my first rodeo. This is not the first county I've, other counties I was threatened with arrest and trespass.
Okay.
Just for the same thing. Now I've got it on film, and you've got it on film, and I am perfectly calm, and I am very clear with my points.
I know.
And I am.
The way that you're talking over me, you've done it consistently since you've gotten here.
That's because I know the law. Because I know
Does
the
that
law.
make it right? You and I are human beings, right? We're trying to communicate. You ask me for help, I offer to help you.
Yes.
Then you talk over me, right? Are you showing me respect? No. And you expect me to be happy with that.
Well,
It doesn't happen that way.
I'm sorry, but your happiness is not my concern.
Exactly.
Me being able to access my government is of concern.
Right, but you want my help. And
No, I don't.
You don't?
I don't need your help. I should not have to.
Let's get you
I should not have to go through all this. I should not have to go through all this just to come in and get a form. Hi. This is the district attorney's office, yes? Yes. Yes, and I am recording, and I am going to continue to record. I am here to request forms, Freedom of Information Act request form, and employee complaint form. And I would like to have...
So, hang on. Remember when I asked you a question down there? And I said, who do you want to complain on? And you wouldn't answer me? She's not going to be able to help you with this. That was where I offered to help. So I'm not going to get into an argument with you.
Part of this is an open government's request, and to see that the government is fully open. To make sure that this office
You're doing it again.
make sure
You're
that,
talking
well,
over me, okay?
you haven't,
So what I'm telling
you
you-
haven't let me respond.
What I'm telling you, I'm not asking. I'm telling you. The gentleman downstairs does not work for this office.
Right. You're right.
So you can't complain on him
You're right.
here.
You're right. You're right.
That's why I offered to help.
But now I can complain on her.
Why? She hasn't done anything.
Not yet. But once I have the form,
So if she's offering to give you the form,
the
then why
point,
would you complain?
the point being is, it is not a matter of me actually having a complaint. I'm seeing how open the government is to open requests, and you can't. I mean, how hard is it to give me a form? How hard is it to give me a form?
It's not hard at all. It's
So
just
then
offered
what's
to
the
help.
problem? Then what's the problem?
Nothing, but she can't do that.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
Do you have a Freedom of Information Act request form?
I do not.
So if you do not have a Freedom of Information Act request form, is there a
You can maybe get one online.
is there a process by which I can make a request? If you can please articulate that clearly and concisely, I would appreciate it. Into the camera. Also, I would like an employee complaint form. If you don't have an employee complaint form, is there a process by which
Excuse me, let me see.
the public can complain? That's all I'm asking. It's not hard. I don't see, I mean, I went over to the sheriff's office, I went over to you guys, and they provided it with me.
Okay, so
I mean, they didn't even escort me around. They didn't ask me to take my stuff out. They didn't ask me to turn off the camera. They didn't even acknowledge the camera. If I came in without the camera, would you be here?
if you were acting like this, yeah.
I wasn't acting like this. What is acting like this? I'm gonna come in, I expect to come into my government, and I get harassed.
You're not being harassed.
The gentleman downstairs said I couldn't come in.
Okay, that's his job.
So his job is to turn the public away?
No, to keep the public safe.
But how is telling me I can't come into the building keeping the public safe?
Because he can't figure out why you were acting the way you were. You were agitated.
I had a camera. I had a camera. I wasn't agitated. I got it all on film, dude. I got it all on film.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
I wasn't acting agitated. I just came in, started putting my stuff. They said, you're going to have to put the tripod over in the other building. I took my tripod, put it in the other building, came back, put my stuff into the tray, and then he called you.
Right. And
So,
so far,
because I have a camera.
So far, I haven't been able to make a full statement without you interrupting me.
There you go. There's one.
Okay, there's one.
So, Freedom of Information Act request form and employee complaint form.
I'm having somebody else check.
And my question is, because when it comes to the Freedom of Information Act request, I'm going to be asking who enforces CEQA law in Sonoma County. I'm wondering if it's permitting and planning, or if the criminal cases come up to the DA. And my request is going to be, how many CEQA cases has the DA prosecuted?
We're having somebody check to see
In
if
certain
they have
amount
the
of
forms, okay?
Okay, excellent, thank you.
I don't have them up there.
No problem,
Need
no
something,
problem.
sir?
Well, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions.
Ask me?
Not you.
Okay.
No rush, I'm not.
I just started here at this desk, so I can't say.
Well, you know, like I said,
Passed up and down the hall, and the people here on staff do not know if we have them or not.
like I said to this gentleman, it would not surprise me if you didn't. This is not the first county I've been to and asked these same exact questions. And every other county has told me that they don't have a form and that you have to write a letter. So if that's the answer, that's the answer.
Let me look online really fast
No problem.
and see. So basically, you want a complaint form for Sonoma County? File it?
Sure. Whatever you have a standard form. I'm not even filling it out against anybody. I'm just seeing that you have a process, that this government has a process.
Because you can always write a letter, and
Right,
it can be
right.
done that way as well.
Right, but you know,
Filing-
3/4 of the population are illiterate, so.
You may file a complaint with, what's that?
No idea.
Directly with the sheriff's office. That must be something else. Please download complaint.
Independent Office of Law Enforcement Review and Outreach.
So that's
So online, there's
law
a,
enforcement.
okay.
All I did was Google complaint form Sonoma County.
Because that's what, they gave me this, over at the sheriff's office, and I imagine it wouldn't be too much different
It could
from,
be.
from your guys's. So I imagine the gentleman in the suit, you're a district attorney? Do you, just offhand, do you know if you guys have prosecuted any CEQA cases in the past year, 5 years, 10 years? Any criminal CEQA cases?
I'm printing that.
No? Okay, well, thank you. That's just asking a question, because that's the information I'm going to be requesting.
Hey, hi, Barbara. Okay, so there's that one. Forms and filings, Sonoma Superior. I would just go online, because there's a lot of forms you can get.
All right, well, I'll do that then. All right, so that's in the employee complaint. All right, that's good. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. There we go.
That's a printout of the form that's online.
Oh, right,
So,
okay. Excellent, thank you.
Online, at the DA's office website, there's a link. You just click on it, and this form comes up. It's in English and in Spanish.
Oh, nice. Good. Excellent.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
And
Anything I can do
so
for you?
freedom of information would just be a letter, then?
I've never
Assume-
had to deal with it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you know where your Freedom of Information Act requests go
That would
through?
probably be online as well.
Because a lot, you know, I'm going to interrupt here, but a lot of counties, when it comes to records request of the law enforcement, sheriff, district attorney, they have in the county what's called county council. I don't know if Sonoma has a county council, and they are usually the ones that deal with public records requests when it comes to law enforcement.
That might be on the website as well.
Would we know that if that's the case here in Sonoma County?
I don't know.
would not know.
That would
Okay.
probably be on the website, then, just like this was.
Everything's on the website. I don't like to computate. I like to come in and actually talk to people in person. It's amazing how that's a lost art, because now we have to have escorts whenever we go around.
There's an efficiency of everybody having access to things that are online.
Yes,
Because not everybody
yes.
can get
Oh,
around
yes.
like you can.
Of course, of course. No, I'm not saying it's a complaint. It's just personal.
Okay.
It's a personal thing. But
All right.
thank you for your time, sir.
Enjoy your day.
You too. Can I escort me out too?
No, I just.
All right. I'm sorry to have interrupted your lunch. I hope you get back to it. Thank you for your time.
So what is it that you're hoping to do in the end?
Show that there's everybody complains about California being overregulated, right? California's overregulated, environmentally overregulated. We have all these environmental regulations. And yeah, we do. And they are called CEQA, California Environmental Quality Act. It was passed in 1970 before even the federal one was. And that's the big permitting thing. When anybody has to get a permit, they have to go through CEQA, get an EIR, EIS, and this is the big complaint. But it's not enforced, as I just showed you. As I just showed you, I went into the district attorney's office, and you'd think they would say, oh yeah, well, we've had several cases in the last year for CEQA. If I asked them how many heroin cases they had in the last year, I bet you they could tell me. Right off the top of their head without even looking it up. But to get the CEQA law, to see how the CEQA law is enforced, that's like pulling teeth, as you can see. So thank you for your time, sir.
Now I'm curious, because I don't know. What is it? I just didn't understand what it is about the CEQA law that you're hoping to.
Well, by showing that the counties, because it's a state law that governs permitting and planning. And you see, what happens is when it gets down into permitting and planning, all the corruptions in the county happens. Because some elected official goes, oh, my buddy over here has a pet project. Why don't we just pass on the law? And the counties just let them go. So, it's selective enforcement of the law. And there's laws that aren't being enforced. People are getting away with, environmental pollution, and nobody's doing anything about it. But if you were a heroin addict now, woo-hoo, it'd be all over you.
I think maybe you're not looking at the complete picture, and I'm not saying that you're not doing the research. But hear me out.
Go right ahead.
So there's a lot of stuff now that is not enforced as far as criminal complaints are concerned. But they are as far as environmental complaints are concerned.
Yes.
Case in point, marijuana is legal, right? I mean, medicinal marijuana is legal.
Yes.
People can grow. However, the majority of the grows
are environmentally
They're destroying creeks. They're leaving trash.
Fishing game guy. Remember, I'm a fishing game guy.
So what we have is a situation where you've got a criminal complaint that isn't necessarily being filed, but the environmental is.
Well, and you see, that's what ends up happening, is that the ball gets dropped halfway between there, because the environmental doesn't.
But it does. I've seen it happen a couple times.
Sonoma County, yes. Sonoma, Marin. You go out to Calaveras. Go out to the east side. Right. Well.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too.
You're very welcome.
My camera's better. No.